All right, so let's create some sub pages. First, what we got to do is just go ahead. You're going to open up local as you normally do. Just click to start the site. Should start relatively quickly. Once it's done starting, um, took a little longer than I thought. You're going to click on the WP admin so that we get into admin here. It's going to pop it open. Should just be VCP or whatever your password should be, but it should be VCP because you're making this for the labs. In the future, when you make your own sites, do not make that your username and password because that's very short. So we can make pages a couple different ways. So you could either go to your pages here, and you could add new page this way. We could also go to Elementor and add pages that way as well. Create a page, okay? But my preferred way usually of making a page is actually going to pages. And very often when I'm making my pages, I'm usually, like the top part might be sort of similar. So let's go to, I'm going to view this one, right? So very often, it's a lot of websites. When you look at them, like they'll have a page up. The top will usually look pretty similar, and then it might be a little bit different, but usually the layout's somewhat similar, even though the content will be replaced. So what I like to do is I just clone them. So what you're going to do is just take your home page, just hit clone. It might be duplicate if it's a different page. You'll see that it says draft, which means that, to see how there's two homes, that means this one is not live. I could click preview and make it live. What we're going to do is we're going to click quick edit. And then in here, we're just going to give it a name. So we'll just say about us, right? And then the parent will be main page. There's no parent. You can see we have different, we're going to go with Elementor full width. And then we're just going to put on pending review, not that it really matters. And we'll say update. And that will just change that name to that. Now you're going to see it still actually isn't live. It still just says preview. So I'm just going to go ahead and clone this again, make another sub page. Let me see which one is it. Okay, the one that says draft. Again, I'm going to click quick edit, and we'll just say contact. All right, and the rest will say, again, pending review, and then we'll just hit, let's go, update. Okay, so now we have our pages, but they're not fully fleshed out, so we're going to need to make these live. So we're just going to click on Edit with Elementor. So I'm just going to go to the About Us one first, Edit with Elementor. It's going to bring up the Elementor. And then in here, we can go ahead and, do what we want. So maybe I'll take this picture. Maybe we'll take this and maybe clear the gallery on this one. I don't want a gallery. And then maybe instead we put something else in here. Put a new widget in. Actually, let's just get rid of that one altogether. And we'll just do grid, and I'll do 2x2, and click on this, and then I'll add, maybe text and something's there, and then we'll click this, and then we'll do image. I'm just gonna leave that as the blank, right? And then you would make your further adjustments and replace basically the content that is in each one of these. So I could select this one and then choose a different image for this one, so on and so forth, right? So I would replace the content with those items, and then once it's good, you hit publish. And now if we go back to exit to WordPress, so I'm just gonna click on that, go to exit to WordPress, and if I go to the Teach Me Cone, you'll see those pages aren't here. Because it's using our menu. So we actually have to go back here. Forgot about this, sorry. You're going to go to Appearance, Menus. And, we have to do it to both. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to also go to the Contact, and we'll just go ahead and edit with Elementor again. And I'm just going to get rid of one of these, just so that it gives me the option to publish. Okay, so we'll publish that too. So make some changes here. Also, publish that one. Then we can go back to WordPress, back to here. Okay, then go to Appearance, Menus. We just need to add those here. So I'm just going to click on both of these, Add to Menu. I don't think we need the sample page anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to delete that. You can click on this, and then you'll see right here is Remove. So now we have welcome. I think about us maybe makes sense. Usually contacts the last one. Now, if you do want to change any of these options here, you can see that you can change the name. Even though the name of the page is something, you can actually change it for what the navigation is. And sometimes there'll be some other options here depending on, so you can see this add Astra menu setting. So depending on the theme, there might be more options there. This one doesn't really have a ton. We'll hit save menu. And now when we go here, you'll see there's our home. Oh, we still have welcome. I should have taken that one out too. About us and contact. Okay. So that's how you're going to make your sub pages. So what I would like you to do is just make 2 sub pages and just, again, just play around with it. Put in whatever you want. I don't really care. I don't want to go through all the individual elements. Just, go hog wild and play around with it. All right. But you should get a rough idea of how to at least create the sub pages and then publish them.